on YouTube. Yay. Okay, we're here. Hooray, hurrah. Welcome, welcome. So we're talking about my favorite subject ever, and that is for beginners, Gen X, baby boomers, how you can make money online with a program that is beginner friendly, it's foundational, and that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm here to share with you. So I'm super excited. This is like brand new for me. And I kind of thought it would be fun if we kick this off and do a little. So I have a friend who retired. He is, I think, 63. And he just retired, and he's such a little stinker. He brought me a card. I mean, it's his retirement. It's his last, his last day of work. He brings me a card. He's so sweet. And he's got a little, he's just very nice. He's got a little note inside, and he gave me a couple of scratchers. And so I thought it would be fun to do this one. It's like add it up. So you scratch, and I guess then you just add it up. And if you get a certain amount of bundles of money, then whatever that is what you win. So we're going to do this right now. I'm going to just scratch, and we'll see. Okay, so the first one, and we'll see on the second one here. Okay, there's all different kinds of little things. This is kind of exciting. I don't know if you guys are gamblers or not. So we're scratching off the scratcher. It's so funny. Here I am talking about how to make money online, and I'm doing scratch tickets. Actually, so my friend just retired, and he's so sweet. He brought me a little card, and it had scratch tickets in it. And so I thought it would be fun just to do one together. And, so far I'm not feeling, I see a bundle of money. Okay, so let's see how many bundles of money I get. So we're scratching. I'm almost done. I have one row left. And we'll see. I mean, wouldn't that be something if I won like big while we're doing a live? Ooh, is that another bundle of money? That's another bundle of money. Okay. So I think I have 2 bundles of money. Okay. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so here is, I know it didn't do a very good job of scratching. And I'm actually, because of my age, I'm going to need to get my readers out. So let's see what we've got here. So nothing, 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 nothing. Okay, I have 1 cash. I have 2 cash. You need 3 cash to win anything. So this is a big fat nothing burger. Darn it. Oh well, it was fun, and it was a gift. So, you can't look a gift horse in the mouth. Is that the saying? I don't know. How fun though. We just did a little scratcher. We didn't win any money. If we had gotten 3 bundles of cash, we would have won $2. It's funny. I don't typically gamble. I don't typically go out and buy, stuff like this, but it is kind of fun. I mean, when that Powerball or Super Bowl, whatever it's called, gets into the billions of dollars, I might consider buying a ticket. But by nature, I tend to rely on making money the good old-fashioned way, either by just working hard or, having my own online business, which is what I'm all about and what I want to talk to you guys about. Super beginner friendly. So I'm Elizabeth, and I'm mid-50s. So I'm a Generation Xer, and I've always been a worker bee. So I've always had a job. Oh, can you guys see? Look at right here, my little guy. Can you see my little guy right down here? Okay, so YouTube you can't, but TikTok. Hi, little buddy. You can kind of see his butt. Anyway, that's Asher Bear. He is a miniature Australian Shepherd, and he is Yeah, he's my little guy. But so I've always been a worker bee. Come on in and say howdy. Um, Mid 50s, I've always gone in to an office, I've always worked for somebody else. And my story, a little backstory here is my husband is 8 years older than I am. And to me, that's not that much older. I don't see that as being like a big age gap. I would be curious if you put in the comments yes or no if you think that's a big age gap. So 8 years. He's 8 years older than me. I personally do not see that as a big age gap. But I'll tell you what happened, which was kind of interesting. And it's the first time that it ever, like gave pause. And I was like, thinking about our age was he had unexpected open heart surgery. And so I feel like for anyone, that's like a big, that's a big, like, holy smokes. And it's a very serious thing, guys. I mean, they crack you open like a coconut, right down the middle, crack you open, separate you. And they've got you hooked up to where your blood is like circulating outside of your body. I mean, it was a big deal. So during this time though, I started thinking about, I needed time off work to help him recover. And he's doing much better, by the way, in case anyone cares. But, I started thinking about work and our age. And he's retiring in 2 years. Okay. There's an 8-year age gap between us. So I've always been like, well, I'm working until 65. I'm working until I can draw Social Security and I can get my retirement benefits. And so thinking about him retiring in 2 years and then me having to work 8 additional years beyond that, I was like, this is when the age gap, I'm like, I don't want that. I do not want that. I want to be retired with him. I want us to be able to do stuff together. So that is the motivation behind what I did to start researching. How can I make money online? How can I make money in a flexible way? So literally using my cell phone and internet service. That's what I was looking for. And I've never done something like this before. So I'm a Gen X, mid 50s. And if you are familiar from back in the day, like MLMs, multi-level marketing, the whole upline, downline thing where you made money off of people that you recruited, that kind of thing. I have never done that, and I did not want to do that. So when I started looking online, and the other thing about me is I was brand new to social media. So I've never done social media. And so I was like stepping into this whole new world that was new to me. Being a Generation Xer, I did not have a cell phone in my hand by age 3. It's like that technology and these platforms came later in life. And I personally never felt the need. I always had my job and I was just working and living my life. And I thought TikTok, honestly, was an app solely for like dancing. I thought people would get on TikTok and do, or like, Instagram or all, it's like photos of your trips and your friends. And that's good and fine, but it just wasn't. I'm an introvert. I was not gonna, I didn't not want to put myself out there for the entire universe. And so I started looking and I actually found a video of a gal who was around my age, mid 50s. She was a worker bee and she was talking about having a side hustle. And I was like, okay, I'll listen. So I listened and it was very intriguing. And so I kept following her and I did some research on the program that she was talking about as a way to make money. And it finally boiled down to like 2 things. The first one is, if I don't take action, am I going to be in the exact same place than I am today, 6 months from now? And bear in mind that my whole goal was I need to have a way to bring in money that gives me flexibility so I can hang with my man. and I have 2 years to do it. That was my mindset. And so I decided if she can do it, I can do it. So literally those were my two things, and I am not one who can like jump right into something. I'm not a see a video, oh my word, here's my money. I'm more of like the cautious, researcher. And that's just the way I roll. I've been that way my whole life. So I took probably 3 weeks personally to research and watch content and decide, I don't want to be in the same place. So I'm going to take a chance because that's what you're doing, right? I mean, you can hear all these stories and people talking about the money they're making, and it's still a gamble. It's still a chance because I don't believe that any of those stories are guarantees that you're going to make that money. It's all based on yourself and how you jump into whatever program you're doing and what you do with it. It's not like an easy pill, like red pill, blue pill. I mean, it's not a guarantee. And so I think that's important for everyone to just bear in mind when they're looking into a program to do. And so I knew that. I was like, I am going to take a chance because I do not want to be in the same place in 6 months. I want to be someplace else. I want to be building my own business. And so I'm kind of a planner. So planning ahead, knowing he retires in 2 years and I want to be able to have the flexibility to be retired with him. I still need income. But if I have something where truly I'm using my phone and internet that I can take and do from anywhere, no brainer. So I jumped after 3 weeks of researching and, thinking about it and just deciding, I got to do it. I've never done this. It was going to be a stretch for me because I knew I would be on social media and I'd never had an account. So I was like, ugh. I did not want family and friends to know because they all knew that I was not really into social media. It wasn't my thing. And I also was like, yeah, if it doesn't work, I don't even want to have conversations about it. And I did not want to even talk to family and friends about it. I was like, there's over 5 billion people on social media. So surely I can be in a program and put something out there and attract people that are like me, that are looking for what I was looking for. I'm not trying to, reach out to mom or girlfriends and be like, sign up for this program. I think it'll change your life. I wanted people that would already be looking for something that I was looking for, stumble across my content and be like, if she can do it, I can do it. And so that's kind of my like backstory. And so I'm Elizabeth, if you're just scrolling by, and up here or down here, depending on what platform you're on, you will see my domain. And I want to encourage you to go there because blessed and get information. Go there, and I will send you info that you can consider and ponder. And if you're like me and you need to sit on it, research it, follow me if you want, to see the content that I'm posting on either of those platforms. That would be great. Basically, for me, making money online, you are selling something. So don't be freaked out selling. I'm not a salesperson. Well, for me, I'm not a salesperson. I don't work in sales. I am an introvert. So that was kind of a hard pill to swallow. And I have to tell you, the first place that I started looking, when I was looking, one of the things I considered was an Etsy shop. I was like, I feel like I've got a creative side and so I was on there looking at, how you set up a shop and what people are selling. And I decided I'm not there yet. I don't have my own products. I don't have, PDFs that you can download or shirts or mugs or custom, whatever that you're making. So I pivoted away from that And when I was looking at this program, it gave me the opportunity to have up to 5 digital done for you products. So that was a huge bonus. I didn't have to create anything initially. The thing I love about the program is for those of us who do have that creative side, this program definitely encourages you in that and teaches you how you can develop something on your own and put it out there and make money with it. So we'll put that aside because that's, further into the program. It's so that was the thing for me where I was like, if I can have 5 done, up to 5, it depends on how you want to get into the program, how you want to invest, up to 5 different options, 5 different digital programs that are already done that I can sell. Wonderful. I'm beginner, I'm starting out, and that was perfect for me. The second thing that it gave me that was amazing was the back end, right? So you've got your product. How do you transact? I mean, you need a website, you need payment gateways. This program gives you the website. I wasn't creating the website, and the email campaign and the automations. And when I say automations, it's like somebody comes and they're interested. So they go to my domain and they put in their email. The email automations work in the background to send out the information. And they can unsubscribe if they feel like, yeah, this isn't for me. Or they will get information over a period of time where they can think about, is this an opportunity that I could be interested in? And then make the decision to purchase. So the program gave me the 3 things I needed: the digital products, the back end, how to transact. And the third thing was the know-how. I'm not social media. TikTok, let me tell you what, I never, ever, ever thought I'd be on TikTok. YouTube, not really either. I would go to YouTube to, my husband and I, how to garden, and we do a little search and watch a video and then go out and implement. So I never thought about having my own presence or my own channels, right? So this program, the third thing that it gave me was that knowledge. The knowledge in how to set everything up, how you attract people to your products that you've got. And not only that, you guys, it really showed me about the concept of stacking income, having multiple income streams. And that was so interesting to me. It blew my mind. And again, it blew my mind because I was new to this whole space. I was a baby beginner. I have an HR background and I've always worked in an office, and when I started realizing the opportunity online, I was blown away. This program taught me about TikTok Shop. It taught me affiliate marketing, stacking income streams, UGC. The program is so foundational. If you hop up here or here, depending on what channel you're on, and you want to check out my domain, you can get the information. It'll give you the information in detail so that you can ponder it, think about it, no pressure whatsoever, because that's how I roll. I'm a researcher and I have to think about things. I'm not one of those that can just make decisions and spend money. I drive my husband nuts. Because there are times when he just is like, let's just buy this, let's just do this. And I'm more the cautious Nelly. And so that's how I approach the program that I'm in. Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome. Come on in. I'm Elizabeth. I am a Gen X. I'm in my mid 50s, and I am new to the whole make money online space. And it has been a great journey for me. Um, I have learned so much. I have met amazing people, and my mind has just been blown at all the opportunity that's out there as a way to make money online. And my backstory is my husband's 8 years older than me. I'd be curious if you guys think 8 years is a big age gap. I don't personally. It has never been an issue for us. I mean, I meet people that have, it's so funny. I meet people who have a much larger age gap who obviously have no issues with it. But then there's those people that like are really like, oh my word, you married a grandpa. And I'm like, really? You really think that? Because I didn't marry someone who was like my exact age or a year or two, older. You think I married a grandpa? I mean, it's crazy to me. So I would be curious if you drop a comment if you think 8 years is a big age gap. I do not. And for as long as we've been together, it has never, ever been an issue until, and then when I say until, I mean, it's still not an issue. But the first time I really thought about our age was when he had unexpected open heart surgery. And that kind of rocked my world, changed my perspective on things and how much I was working, because I am, that corporate work person, workhorse, Gen X, you put in the hours, you try to be a superstar. And I was like, I need more time. So he had his open heart surgery and he is doing much better. He gets to retire in 2 years. Well, he's 8 years older than me. I always thought that I would be working until I was 65 because that's, I know you take Social Security at different times, but it's like my retirement kicks in at 65. So then I was like, dang it, I actually like my husband and we have fun together and I want to spend retirement with him. I don't want to continue to have to go into an office and grind when he's retired. And then when you add health issues on top of that, it really changes your perspective on what's important and how you want to spend. I feel like so many of us, and I'm in HR, so believe me, I know, I have talked to many of people. So many of us work so hard our whole lives. We're working for the man, we're working for somebody else, we're going in and we work our whole stinking lives. And then you retire and you die, right? I mean, there's a few people that are living long but there's people that, I mean, when you are 65, people are dying left and right. And not to be morbid about it, but when this happened with my husband, we sat down, we had multiple conversations about it. It's like, yeah, I made the decision and he supported me that I'm going to look for something different. I'm going to look for something that I can start and do now to build my own online business. And the big criteria for me, howdy, the big criteria for me was having something that I could do remotely from my phone or from a laptop with internet service so that literally I can be anywhere. And I'm a Gen X. I am mid 50s. And this online space, folks, was new to me. So the program that I found, that I jumped into, is so foundational, beginner friendly, and it's also opens so many doors that you can choose. You have opportunity to take it as far as you want to take it for earning money online. So 3 things you need something to sell. So if you're online, you got to have a product or service, right? The program, which you can go here. I've got my domain for information. The program offers up to 5 digital products that you can sell. I didn't have to make anything. I didn't have to create anything. And this is high quality grade digital product. I was like, okay, check. Check number 1. That's perfect. The second thing it gave me was the whole back end. So the automated system, the website, the email campaign. I didn't even know what I didn't know. Like I just, again, this was all new to me. I was busy in my life, working my job, working. And then I would come home tired and want to live life at that point. So I was not even aware of all the opportunity online. So product, back end, and then, hey, and then the third thing was the understanding of how to make it all work, the training, the leadership, the support, which is what I needed because I was a complete beginner. I did not have social media accounts. I did not have a TikTok. I did not have a YouTube. This was all new to me and I needed it. So this program has opened my eyes. It's just been amazing. It has been the best journey. And I have to say, that's another key thing. When you are out there looking, because I feel like there's definitely opportunities for making money online and there's different things out there. That's when I think doing research and paying attention to what's being offered, what program it is, and what kind of people are associated is so important. I mean, you want to be with a great program that has been around. This program has been around since 2022. You can go here or you can go here and get information. I have my domain there, and it's information that I will send you for you to consider, think about. You can unsubscribe. So if you never want to see me again, you unsubscribe. But my thing for you, my encouragement for you is, do you want to be in the same place 6 months from now? That was something I asked myself. And I believed when I saw a gal that was my age, a Generation Xer, if she could do it, then I could do it. So that's where I landed. And I took a chance because I tell you, all this stuff is a chance. None of it is a guarantee of income. None. So you see people making income claims and this and that, and that's not guaranteed for you. It is a gamble. You get into something and you have to work it yourself. You're the person that is now representing, it's my business. And when I was talking about up to 5 digital products that come with the program I'm in, I get 100% profit. So I do not have an upline, a downline. It's not a percentage. It's 100% profit. And the 5 products, someone could start for $100, $300, $600, $900, $1,400. That's the 5 different ways you can participate. And it's the 5 different potential incomes, 100% back to you. So I love to look at it. If I sell one $1,400 program, that's all $1,400 to me. I'm not sharing that with anybody else. And I feel like not now, but most people, that would cover most people's mortgage. I realize interest rates are so much higher right now. And so, that probably wouldn't cover someone's mortgage. But for those that had, a mortgage from a few years back, which is a lot of people, a lot of Generation Xers, a lot of baby boomers. I mean, that covers your mortgage, right? One product a month. I mean, it's so interesting when you're looking at higher dollar and when you start to look at how that could make a difference in your day to day. It's quite amazing. So I'm happy that you guys are here. I hope you're having a fabulous Wednesday. I'm up in Montana. I would be curious where you are, where you're watching from. What part of the country? I'm USA. I've got family in Michigan, and I don't believe that they're on. But if they are, you guys drop a little note down below. Yeah, I'm curious what part of the country you're from. It is spring in Montana, and it's a little cloudy right now, but this last weekend, I tell you what, it was mid 70s. Yesterday was mid 70 in Montana. It was so wonderful, and blue sky. We live in a valley surrounded by mountains, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But one thing I will say, in the wintertime, we get inversion. So the clouds come in and it's pretty cloud covered. So when spring comes, it is so nice. It is so nice to have the warm weather and the blue sky, and the mountains are absolutely gorgeous. So, hey, welcome, welcome. You guys take a little peek, either hop up here or YouTube, hop down here and check out my domain. We are talking about how you can make a change in your life by making money online. And I'm specifically talking to our Generation Xers and our baby boomers. I don't know if you are like me, but this whole world of making money online was brand new to me. I was the corporate worker bee. I just worked and did my thing, and I never was into social media. I just wasn't. It wasn't my thing. So the fact that I am on both TikTok and YouTube doing a live is blowing my mind. It's absolutely crazy. But see, when you're open to things, to making different choices, to trying something that could affect your life, you never know what you're going to get. And when I think about being in HR, and don't throw rocks, HR people, I feel for them. I do, because here's the thing. I know HR can be a horrible experience for employees. When you think about HR and you've got a person against 200, you're not going to make all those 200 people happy, right? It's just not going to happen. And so it's tough for that HR person. But I've heard many a story, and some of those stories are the younger generation coming in, mamas, as they're starting to have babies, and they want to not be working, but they need the income, so they feel a little trapped. And you think about the hormones and first baby, and even after the baby comes, they want to be home. They don't want to come back to work. And I get that. So programs like this, opportunities to make income online, I think are so amazing. And everyone should do their due diligence, look into them, and dive in. Take a chance, because you don't want to be in the same place 6 months from now where you're at today, if you're even on here scrolling and looking, right? So the program that I took a chance on is amazing. It's been around since 2022. You can go up here, you can go here to get information. You can get my domain. I will send you something that gives you all details, and you can consider it. You can unsubscribe if you're done with it and it's not for you, but I encourage you to take a chance, get information, and check it out. My program in particular gave me 3 things that I needed, and complete beginner. My journey began because my husband's 8 years older than I am, and he had unexpected open heart surgery, and it rocked our world. And I started looking at my time and where I was putting my time, because we all trade time for dollars. We're all working. We all have to earn a living. I was working a lot. And so this was a perspective switch. So we went through the open heart, and he's doing better. He's doing better if anyone cares. But the other thing it brought up was the fact he's 8 years older than me. And he is retiring in 2 years. And I started thinking, I want to be retired with him, but I still need income. I still need a way to bring in income. So I started my journey of researching ways to make money, different types of jobs. And I found a gal who I resonated with. She was my age. She was a going into the office every day girl. And she did it and she was having tremendous success. So I sat on it for like 3 weeks because that's how I roll. I am a think about it, mull it over. I drive my husband nuts, but that is just the way I am. So after I did my researched the company, went online, researched it, I was like, I'm going to do it because I don't want to be in the same place in 6 months. I want to take proactive steps. I've never done this, but heck, I was thinking if that gal can do it, I see myself in her. Why not me? If the younger generation is doing this, why not me? Why not? And so I took the plunge. I took the plunge and I did it. I invested in the program and it got me 3 key super important things. Opportunity to have done for you digital products that I did not have to create. That was huge. Because, when you're thinking about something like this, you're kind of lost. And when you're already working, 10 plus hour days, you're exhausted. So having done, up to 5 digital products that done for you. The second thing that it gave, and you can go here or here to get, because blessed is my domain, to get information. The second thing that it gave was the back end, the automated system, the website. I didn't have to create anything. That was huge because I'll be honest. I mean, I didn't feel like I had the time. It's like, how do I get paid? I got to get an email now and email people, and I got to build me a website, and how am I tying this all together, and the branding and this and that. It was overwhelming. It gave me that. And then the third thing, which is so important too, is the know-how. How I can take this business and make it mine and have my very own online business. I mean, I was like, it did the check marks for me. It gave me options, gave me products, gave me automations, gave me the knowledge, the know-how, the step-by-step, which is so important for beginners, and that's why I love talking to Gen X and even baby boomers. We are smart cookies. We have worked our whole lives. We know what the grind is. We show up. And if you could have something to either supplement your income, or even if you are moving into retirement and you want to have additional income, or you need additional income to survive, it is such an opportunity, and it's so foundational and supportive. I like to tell people, I mean, if I can do it, I feel like anyone can do it. I am not a techie person at all. I mean, sure, in the office, I can be on the computer all day long, but you start talking about back end stuff and website creation, and that's not me. Our IT department, I mean, they're on my speed dial, and I'm sure they're sick of me, but that's just how I roll. So I really wanted something that I could do, right? I mean, I didn't want to buy into a program that was going to frustrate me. I wanted to know that, heck, within 24-hour period, I can be up and running. That was important. So hop up here, hop down here. Yep. profile description, check out my domain to get information. And I just specifically, man, anyone can do this program, mamas, young people, but I love talking to our Gen X and baby boomers because that's who I am, right? I mean, that's who I am. And so I look at issues that we're facing. Like for me, when my husband, who's 8 years older, started having health issues and ended up needing open heart surgery. Those are big things. And it's a reminder that we're getting older, right? And it makes you think about mortality and makes you think about life on this earth and how short it is and what really matters, what's important, and also purpose, which I love. And I don't really talk about this, but when you question, like, why am I here on this earth? What is my purpose? What am I doing? And you feel like your daily grind, whatever that is, that your purpose isn't coming through, like me personally, I'm a Christian and I love God. And being in HR in a corporate office, yeah, I'm not talking about that a lot, right? And so to be able to have my own thing where if I even want to say God, I can say God and y'all aren't going to fire me, is important. And so you start thinking as you're getting older and you're just thinking about your future, but also, your life, your legacy, what you've left behind. Those things matter. And how can you help your family? Are you leaving your family, your kids, any kind of a legacy? Are you leaving your own imprint on this world? Because our life and our time here is so short. And I know I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole there. But it's a good thing to consider. And so for me to be able to have my own online business, to be able to have my own platforms for the first time, be able to come on here and, talk about what I'm excited about, what I'm doing, and offer opportunity to other people. I enjoy that. I mean, I have fun. The program also has an online community that's so active and so encouraging. And they have training and support. They have tech support, weekly training. I mean, it's really a full program. I never felt like I was alone or abandoned, or I spent this money and I've got these products and I don't know what to do, or I'm alone. It's great to be in a community that is supportive in that way, and continues to be fresh and current and add modules to the program, add information on different ways you can make money. And it blew my mind. It blew my mind, having your own online community. I mean, there's just, taking your own idea about something and developing it into a way to make money, another income stream for you. So it's been such a fun ride, and I just want to encourage you, hop up here or down here, depending on the platform you're on, and check out my domain. I would be happy to send you information so that you can consider, and if you're like me, I might send you information and you could sit on that puppy for a month, because that's how I roll. I had to research and think about it. And then I finally decided, if I don't take a chance on something, then I am going to be in the same place in 6 months. Whereas if I take a chance and try something and stick with it, I think that's critical. None of this stuff I feel like is a get rich quick scheme. You see stuff I know all the time on social media, easy money, easy, da la 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 la. And that's That's not how I roll. I believe you get into something and you put in the work, you do what you need to do, and you work at it. It's not just, free easy, you're going to make $1 million. I mean, it's not that. Um, but what it can give you is supplemental and flexibility, time flexibility. So when I the program I'm in, I put in maybe 2 hours a day, and I do it literally here and there, whatever works for me in my schedule, in terms of creating content. And yeah, it's whew, I feel a sneeze coming on. Ooh, hang on one sec. I need to look outside at the light. Okay, I think it passed. So, yeah, I want to encourage you. Be encouraged, be hopeful. Um, consider it. Hop up either place to get the information, and just something to consider. Um, that could make a difference in your life. Yeah, like it did for me, and the path that I am on, with my hubby. And everyone has their own journey, right? Everyone has their own story. I mean, there are people, all walks of life. People who've been fired. Um, the mamas who literally are not wanting to go into the office anymore because they want to be with their babies, or they're stay-at-home mamas and they just want to help their hubbies make additional income. There are people like me, Generation X and baby boomers, who maybe you're not feeling ready for retirement. How much money do you have put aside for retirement? Because that's coming up fast. When you get our age and you're within that, mid 50s, whether you retire at 62 or 65, you start really looking hard, because you're thinking at that point, it's like, okay, the kids are out of the house and I'm going to start to focus on myself. And many people aren't ready. They're falling short and they're freaked out a little bit. So many people have to have 2 jobs. Well, why would you want 2 jobs where you're having to report to 2 different bosses, 2 different schedules, when you could have your own online business and have so much flexibility and the opportunity to make additional income based on your own efforts? So, not a boss saying, you're not meeting my expectations, you're not doing it the way I want you to do it. It's your business, and you drive your success, right? So, I think that's all I've got for today. Yeah, I think I've been on for a while, and I just want to encourage you, hop up, depending what platform you're on, hop up or hop down and check out my domain. And I would love to send you free information. It's information only, folks, that you can think about and make a decision. And if you're not interested, unsubscribe. And then, you won't hear from me again. But if you're pondering, I just want to encourage you, take the jump, take the leap of faith. That's what I did. I got the info, and then I sat on it for 3 weeks. I mulled it over. I drive my husband nuts, because that's the way I roll. I just need time to process. And I eventually decided, yes, I want to be somewhere different 6 months from now. I want things to look different when my husband gets to retire in 2 years and I still have 8 years left to go. I want that picture to look different. The program, I can't say enough good things about it. And I'd love to send you all the info, and we can chat about it if you've got questions once you look at everything. But it basically gives you the digital products that you need. It gives you the back end, the website, and it gives you the know-how, step-by-step know-how, to do it. So that is critical, the support. So check it out either way. And I am going to sign off.